What's up, everyone? It is your girl Gelbeauty-QM here, aka Grace, and today we're gonna get into some new products. I have this magic filter that I told y'all about I wanted to get from Essence a while ago. I got the shade Deep, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's Deep 60. Of course, y'all know my girl Heather on Instagram, Brooklyn Queen in LA. She asked me to do this comparison. I couldn't remember if I did or not. I know I said I was going to do it, so we're going to do this today. This is the Baby Pink Powder from Mother and Cherry Blossom from Huda. We'll get that in here today. And then I'm going to try the new Patrick Ta highlighter. So this is the Major Glow Cream and Powder Light Reflecting Highlighter Duo. Now, I have some feelings about this just initially because I bought the volume 2 set because I knew he was going to come up with highlighters in the future, and I wanted to get an idea of what the formula was going to be like. So I have thoughts on that already, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Thank you so much. So without further ado, let's get into this. I'm zooming in real quick and cute live. I had to pop into Dion's live real quick before I started this video to say hi. So I don't know if you can hear Dion in the background or not, but I am like currently in her live while I'm trying to like get this done. But I'm gonna take this Touche Éclat YSL blurring primer. I haven't used this in ages, but I got a free sample when I had bought something from Macy's, so I was like, okay, let me go ahead and like use it, cause you know, smooth it on up. I hope I didn't use too much since it didn't have a pump like I'm used to with like the bigger one. Oh, if you're curious what's going on with the eyes, this is Rick and Morty versus what is it? Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Old school versus new school. Make palette. Royale or Battle Royale of the palettes. Throw down, whatever. I don't remember, y'all. But it feels really nice and soft on the skin. I definitely feel like it like blurred the pores. Only thing is I don't plan on using powders to mattify, but we're not doing foundation wear test today, so it doesn't matter. So I'm starting by putting this on the face, and then I'm just gonna put the foundation that girl Dionluvsmakeup sent me. This is the Glowy Super Skin Foundation. She sent me the shade 28. She sent me my summer shade, and I had already bought my like winter shade, so it worked out perfectly for me because I actually did really like the foundation, but I didn't have the right shade. So I mean, I didn't have my summer shade. Okay, so this is what the color looks like. I figured we'll start off with this one pump and see how it goes because I am wearing a glowy foundation. That's why I was thinking maybe I should grab another foundation that's more matte so we can see how the glow does. But I figured we can see how it does when I first put it on the face, you know? So what do y'all think? I do feel like it gives a nice like healthy glow from within situation. I feel like it looks really nice on the skin too. I mean, now it's one of those where you don't get like any coverage whatsoever, so I'm not crazy about that aspect of it, but you know, otherwise she's cute. You know, she's cute. So I'm going to bronze and blush off camera. I will show you what I'm going to use when we get there though, but I'm trying to keep it like short, sweet, and to the point, if you will. And since you probably seen me use before, I just want you to see me put a foundation over it just to see if it'll still have just as much glow after I do that. I mean, like, I just feel like I look super glow. But I liked the formula of that glow filter and the glow it gave my skin. So I'm happy with the product and the fact that it's only $5.99. It's much more affordable than a lot of the other ones, and it has a pump and you don't have to like dip in and out constantly. So it's one of the more affordable ones I do like. I'm gonna take my beloved Natasha Denona in the shade Y12. I'm still loving the brushes from Sigma. It's just all of them are dry because I literally just used them yesterday. So the concealer brush is dry, the F72, and then the sculpting bronzing brush F11 are dry. So I'm going to use those, which means we're just going to use this one in today's video because my foundation one wasn't dry yet, and I, you know, don't. But I'm like, since it's summertime, this would probably be more likely the time that I would do a lot of fashion like content or whatever. I have some dresses I bought a while ago that I want to do. Well, dresses and rompers I bought from this one brand that I want to do a video on. But I just got to try to find the time to do it. So I'm trying to take different clips each day and like put an outfit on each day, and then like put a little like reel or shorts together for you all to like see the outfits. The only thing is, since I like to do stuff in natural sunlight, like the noise is really loud, so I'm like trying to figure out my way around that and how I'm going to do all of that. But otherwise, there's definitely some on the way for the people who ask about like the way I dress in my fashion. Like, it's on the way, and I've done little tidbits here and there in shorts. I just haven't done like a dedicated video. But this brand I bought these dresses and rompers from, I definitely want to do a dedicated video on, because it's like a whole backstory to how I found out about the brand. And I just find it really interesting, and I'm so glad that the brand got the come up it did, because they were like, you know, mistreated and taken advantage of by a celebrity. And that's the only reason I found out about the story. But I am so glad I found out about the story, so I could, you know, show my support. So now we're gonna get into these under eye powders. So I'm gonna probably put Huda on the majority of the face, just because, you know, at the end of the day, Huda is going to be the one that's supposed to actually mattify, not just, you know, blur. So we're gonna put Huda in the middle of the face, and on this side, and we're just gonna put Mother in this area right here. Look how nice and smooth that looks. Yes, Mother. Yeah. The mattifying property in addition to the smoothing. So this is for oil control and the smooth. The only thing is, I'm kind of more into peach powders now than I am into pink ones. But I'm glad to have this in my collection for people who were interested in this sort of thing. And at the time when it was popular, I did buy it to do reviews, and I got like, I feel like I got my money for started because I did do the reviews. So, but if I had to pick pink or peach, I would pick peach for sure. Just because I feel like peach is more flattering for people, my skin tone. But since I have this, I figured we could compare it. If you're my skin tone, you might like the way it looks on me, and then you might be more prone to and willing to try a pink one because you saw it on somebody who looked like you. My only issue is like pink powder's turning gray on like my skin tone after a while, so that's why I'm kind of like eerie of them. But you know, to each his own. Okay, y'all, so I'll probably just powder the rest of my face off camera. I'm trying to debate if I should or not, because I'm like, since we put the glow underneath, I want to see how many powders we can put on and still see if there's a glow. So I guess I'll go ahead and put some powder on camera. I'm gonna just take my, you know, Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish powder in the shade Deep 4. I'll take the, what, Andre Renee and Peach and Pearl powder brush to get this done. I don't know if this brand still exists anymore. I swore I followed them on Instagram, and I haven't seen them post anything in forever, so I don't know what's going on with that. But I do have her brush set, and I try to use it from time to time, show my support. The only thing I didn't like in the brush set was like the foundation brush, and that's because like it was such a small kabuki. And it's not that I have like a big face or anything, it was just like I was like, why is the kabuki so small? Like why is it so small? I don't understand why. So now I'm gonna go off camera and get my life in order. So the bronzer I'm gonna use is from Vesca. I know they don't exist anymore, but this bronzer is just such a wonderful bronzer until I have to use it. This is Kissed by Bali. I'll show you the shade just in case you stumble across it on Mercier or something. I think it's a great product. It's just the brand had to go to business because they weren't making as much as everyone else. This is the V Blush in Piazza. And this is what it looks like. It's just like a Your Skin But Better vibe, which will work out later on tonight because I have to film the battle of the original gold palette up against the golden collection. So that's why I wanted to go ahead and use that one. But I'm gonna go off camera and do the bronzer and the blush, and then we'll come back and give us a Patrick Ta's highlighter. So I'll be right back. Okay, girl. Okay, so let's get into this highlighter now. So I got the shade Daddy, like I told you I was, just because I love a rose gold moment. So I was like, I need the rose gold highlighter. So I try to remember to pop the picture over here because I took pictures. I went to Sephora, I did a little vlog session, and then I did a swatches of all the shades. So I try to pop that like right here so you can see all the shades and all of them swatched out on some of my skin tone if you were curious. But yeah, so I ended up getting the shade Rose Gold. Because I told y'all, anything with a rose gold highlighter, I'm here for it. I'm about it. It's a whole vibe. I've already taken my picture so I can go ahead and like swatch it and not be upset. I will say though, I wasn't necessarily impressed with the formula of these. I just like meh. It's meh. And for the price point, I'm like, I needed to give more, especially with this weird little glossy situation, because I really don't like the weird glossy situation. Now I did watch a video from Painted by Spencer, where he showed how you're supposed to put the gloss and all that on top of it. Because I'm like, maybe I did it wrong and that's why I didn't like it. I don't know, but I just wasn't impressed, especially with the pink one. I don't know if it got hard pan because so many people had swatched the in-store before I got there, because that looked like the one that had been swatched the most. But here's what both of them look like. So this is the rose gold. As you can see, the powder on its own is stunning. I'm just not excited about this gloss situation. And y'all know me, I'm not gonna lie about it. Like, it's not that deep, but I don't, he could have kept the gloss, okay? He could have kept the gloss. It's fine when it comes to the blush because it's like a pigmented color that adds to it, but it's like when it comes to the, This formula seems to be better than the original one though, because I remember that first ice when he came out with, like, chunks came out when I had picked it up on a brush to swatch it out. This just seems to be a whole lot more pleasant than that. And I like the shade I chose for my skin tone. But I feel like rose gold always looks good on people my skin tone, along with like bronzy and champagne shades. It's just I don't really like bronzy and champagne shades as much as I like rose gold. So I usually like rose gold and pink highlighters, believe it or not. I'm not really crazy about just gold. I put it on the sides just so we can see like how the gloss looks on the skin, but you know, I don't. Like a lot of time rose gold doesn't necessarily have this like peachy-esque vibe to it that I feel like his rose gold has. So I'm definitely liking the powder. It's just one of those situations like people said they wish he would sell like his face powder on its own instead of combined with his cream foundation, because a lot of people don't like that. That's how I feel about his highlighter. Like, sell the gloss on its own like you did when it was like the little gloss bomb on its own. Do it that way, but don't, you know what I'm saying, don't sell it like this. I don't know. But according to Painted by Spencer, you're supposed to like dab it on top. But my whole thing is like, isn't this just making it show texture on your face? And like, that's why he was like kind of doing a roll thing, but with the kind of like sponge I have to use, I don't have one that I can just like roll over because I'm using this Sigma one. But that's what it looks like with the gloss. I mean, it looks okay if you don't have like a whole lot of texture you use or blurring primer, then maybe it'll look okay. I prefer this side honestly though, without the extra like glow situation. I don't know, I don't like the glossiness of the situation. I'm putting it on the other side, you know. Imagine like it's summertime and you out somewhere and you have this like gloss on top of your face, and then like your hair gets stuck to your face because of this gloss. Like, I don't know, the gloss just isn't doing it for me. And again, he said you're supposed to like push it and roll it into the skin, and as you can see I have to pat it because of the way my sponge is shaped, because it has foundation on the other side. These are the two sides they don't have any foundation on, so I didn't want to put it with the foundation and then it not, you know, I mean, it's giving a nice like gloss effect, but it's like I don't want a gloss effect. I have oily combination skin, it'll do that on its own. I don't have to do that. So maybe this is a highlighter that's formulated for more people with dry skin, and people like me with oily skin just gonna have to not use the gloss if we had to lose the gloss in the wintertime, because like I'm not feeling it. So the powder is fine, at least in this color. I feel like the powders fluctuated depending on what color I like used or whatever, but as a general rule, the color I picked was nice, and a lot of the other powder ones were okay. It seemed like it was like from shade to shade, the formula felt different. But then again, like I said, I did swatch the testers, and a lot of people had probably already swatched them ahead of time, so that's why they, you know, might have felt the way they felt, because this one felt smooth and nice. But I remember the one from the original palette, it was really like dry and like crumbly, if you will, and then the gloss felt really sticky. So I don't know if the formula has been perfected since then, or it was just perfected in certain shades. And the other ones, I'm not sure exactly what's going on with that. I can only tell you about the shade Daddy and the ones I swatched in store, but I tried not to take the tester seriously because everybody goes in there and swatches it and touches it, and you know, it can change the formula because we know how hard panning works and things like that. So that's just something to keep in mind. But Daddy looks good and it went on nicely, so I'm thoroughly impressed. We'll see how it wears throughout the day, and I will talk to you all later. I know I haven't put on a lip or spray my face yet, but this pretty much will be working with, girls. So I'm gonna go off camera and do a lip, spray my face with short Tilbury. And anyway, I'll talk to y'all later on tonight, and we'll see how this highlighter wore with this weird glossy situation and all that, and if it's oily skin approved, because right now, Okay, y'all, so have returned, and this is the face that we working with. So I'm loving the way that this highlighter turned out. Only thing is, I'm feeling like it's looking a little oily because, you know, it has the gloss on. So y'all remember I put the gloss on both sides here, and I feel like those sides of my face look pretty oily. This side, for some reason, looks more oily than this side. In my personal opinion, you can comment down below and tell me what you think, but I'm feeling like it looks really oily. Like, overall, as usual, the face looks oilier than it actually does in real life because, you know, of the bright lights around me and all that. So just keep that in mind. But I'm thoroughly impressed with this highlighter. Oh, this is an eyeshadow that I had to repress into the, what is it, kimono palette from Clarity. If y'all remember in that video a long time ago, like it broke and I was pulling out eyeshadow palettes to compare to other eyeshadow palettes, and this was one I pulled out and I forgot it was broken, so I had to press it back in. So I just ended up doing this swatch on my hand, random side note. So if you're curious what's on my hand, it is a shade from the kimono palette from Clarity. I don't know if this palette exists anymore. It was their holiday palette from 2023, random side note. But since I put my hand up here, I figured somebody might ask, so I figured I'd tell you. But back to this face. So I have on the Fenty lip oil, the one lip oil I bought. It makes me want to kind of buy more lip oils, but I'm like, I'm not a lip oil person. But since it's Fenty, I can justify buying it because it's like, they're like Pokemon. I just need to catch them all. You know, I just have to catch them all. So I might get the other two. I don't know. We'll see. I do like her lip oil and how it feels on the lips. Plus, I like the glittery effect it gives to the lips. I feel like she just does lip products very nicely. Random side note, but back to this face. So I'm thinking the highlighter, like, I don't plan on losing the gloss in the future just because it makes me look oilier than I already do because I have oily combination skin, and that's something that I need to work on. I have had this foundation on for quite a while though, so I've had it on for like a good, I want to say like over 10-hour mark. So I feel like that's why we're like looking as oily as we do, because I felt like it held up very nicely when I wore it the first time, the e.l.f. Soft Matte, sorry, the Soft Glam Satin Foundation. But overall, I feel like the face looks nice. I like the concealer. I think it wore really nicely underneath the eyes, and how it wears is very nice. So I feel like if I put on a mattifying primer, it might work out. Oh, sorry, yeah, mattifying primer in addition to a mattifying powder, it might work out a little bit better. Y'all remember I used the Nars setting spray. I didn't use like a mattifying setting spray. I was supposed to put on the Charlotte Tilbury one, but I forgot to, so that's why we're looking the way we're looking. But I definitely am a fan of that concealer. I thought it was really nice. And then I really like the foundation a lot. I'm just not a fan of the gloss when it comes to the highlighter. That's what it comes down to. Like, I'm not feeling the glossiness of the highlighter. If it was just a powder highlighter, I feel like I'd like it better. But the fact that it has a gloss with it is just not doing it for me. So those are my thoughts on the Patrick Style highlighter. I hope in the future he just comes out with highlighters like he originally just had blushes and there was no cream with it. But, you know, a girl can only dream. Just like y'all dream about him coming out with the powder on its own and not with the cream foundation. Although I do like the cream foundation, but I know some people don't and they just want the powder. So anyway, those are my thoughts on everything going on with my face. I don't think I tried anything new that I can remember other than like the highlighter. The foundation was semi-new. Did I try a new blush on? I feel like I tried a new blush in the other video and it wasn't this one. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all the diamonds. Make sure you subscribe. My membership is down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye.